Resisting temptations, or at least putting what you want, your purpose, above it all. So on my journey, I'm still continuing on my journey. I've come through a lot of temptations that are in my life. I've always tried to make myself better. I always try to achieve my goal with a click of my fingers. And as soon as the click of my fingers ain't the click of my fingers no more, I quit. Or once I achieve my goal, I quit. And that's not what you need to do. You have to continually hit that target. You have to continually progress to that target. You cannot give up. The reason why this title is Resist Temptations is because you have to stop listening to everyone around you. You know you're on the right path when people start to ask you out to go to the clubs on days where you need to work or do certain things like smoke up, sesh up, that you know that'll make you lazy, or literally replace purposeful time with wasted time. You have to remember the key goal of this right now is for us to resist temptation. You have to make sure that you are in a good environment. A good environment is everything because the friends will make up who you are. You may not believe it now. If you're standing strong, you have that fire inside you, but guess what? One day that fire will go out. You know why? Because when shit gets hard, you'll go into it. You'll go into the temptation. You'll be like, you know what? Maybe I'll actually smoke that up. Maybe I'll go for a drink. Maybe I'll go out one night instead of working on my goals. And when you start to put it that way, you guys understand that you're replacing wasted time with useful time. You need to keep your time scheduled. Make sure that goes above everything else. Only emergencies when you replace it, such as, I don't know, your mother dying. I'm not just here to talk about resisting temptations with no answers. You guys are in an environmental area where everyone smokes around you, where everyone has no purpose, or they haven't found their purpose yet. You need to leave that area. If you cannot change them, leave them. I'm not trying to say you leave them in the dust. You just be like, fuck off and leave, because that's not good. You just have to distance yourself away from them. You have to move. I recently just moved 8 hours from where I used to live. I'm 19 years old. I used to live at my mom's house. I moved to Brisbane with my sister so that my mind could be clear and could be focused. Because when I was over there, people around me were smoking, people around me were drinking, and I was just losing my whole sense of self. I always believed in myself that I could do it. It's just that surroundings make it hard, and you can't put an end date to when you'll get there. Because this is something you have to do. This is something you'll have to do continually for years. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with not getting rich fast. You have to be okay with not achieving what you want quick. Because these people, you're not just versing yourself now, you're versing everyone else. No one tells you this, but you're versing everyone else. You're not the only one on this journey. So you have to remember this, when times get hard, it's usually your environment, especially if people keep asking you to hang out, people keep asking you to do this, you have to be like, nah, I can't do it right now. I need to start working. I'm working. It's actually a good thing as well, even though you're in that situation, because if they respect your decision, they'll come check up on you. They'll start getting interested, because if they never knew what you were doing, and they also have that inside them, they just didn't know how to start, or they just didn't know who to start with. As soon as they hear you're on the journey, they'll try to hop on that journey as well, and you can try to change them. But overall, if 5 of your friends are smoking, 5 of your friends are drinking, 5 of your friends are going out when you work, then that's when you have to distance yourself completely. Another story about myself is when I was at the place I used to live at, I used to distance myself completely because my friends were doing things, and even though they had the same dreams as me, they weren't necessarily as serious, or they were too focused on having fun, you could say, which is not necessarily that bad in a way, but the dreams I had, I wanted it now. I realized it could take me longer, and I'm okay with that. You have to be okay with it, because there's no other options, like I said. You're either doing this, or you're becoming broke. You're either doing this, or you're doing a job for the rest of your life. You're being a mediocre person. You're being the 99% of the world. What it takes to really be the 1% is for you to be like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not working a job. I'm not working a 9 to 5. I'm gonna pursue my dreams. And if I fail, so what? There's a lot of laws in this world, like I once said, guys. Like I once said, there's a lot of laws in this world which literally tell you if you keep pushing towards your dreams, you will achieve them. Like I said, maybe 10 years. You may stop at 9 years. When the 10th year is where you go boom, you're bigger than everyone else, but you stopped at 9 years because you didn't see nothing. Keep pushing, keep improving, stay away from people who are bringing you down. It may not look like necessarily bringing you down, but if it's taking you away from your goal, they're bringing you down. Straight facts. If your girlfriend always wants more time, you have to tell her, yo, I need to have some time alone to work on my business. If she comes and she distracts you, you have to do something about that. If she's always complaining, she's always trying to restrict your time, you have to cut her off. At the end of the day, you have to sacrifice. I know it sounds crazy. Sacrifice is the thing. You have to sacrifice your friend, you have to sacrifice your girlfriend, you have to sacrifice anyone who's getting in the way, because ultimately you're doing this for them. They will just never know. You don't want to stay the same place you're going, because the same place you're going ain't looking nice. The same place you're going is working for life, for something another man can do for one day. You guys understand what I'm saying? So you guys have to keep pushing, don't care about anyone else, because you have to focus focus on yourself, so when yourself is good, you help everyone else, okay? I'm not saying to when your mom needs help or when your dad needs help, whatever the case may be, you don't help them. I'm just saying, like, remember, this is your purpose and you have to put in the work for yourself. If you don't, you're failing yourself and you'll feel shit by the end of your life. I've read a lot of wealth books as well, as you can see in my channel in the shorts. I say like the overview of it, but yeah, overall summary of what I'm trying to say now is just resist the temptation, and if you can't resist the temptation, ultimately leave the place. I moved 8 hours away from my house because I was getting too distracted and I couldn't fight it this time. I fought it for 7 months. 7 months I fought restricting myself from temptation. As soon as I let one in, the second one came in, third, and it just piles up to a point where it's hard to destroy. And it's because of your surroundings. So if your surroundings are doing it, you're gonna do it soon. I'm not trying to wish it on anyone, but that's just how it is. I used to think I was the guy who could do it myself with people distracting me, but no, once you let that shit in, it hits you and it actually gets to you. So I had to leave the place because I myself was getting distracted, and I know if you guys are in the same situation, leave the place. You have to learn to fly instead of sinking. Shit, if you move and you're struggling with money, guess what? You need to get a job, you need to work. Like, work more, work on your purpose. Work more, work on your purpose. You have to completely change your character. If you want to become a fighter, you have to understand how hard you have to train every single day without distractions, without missing a day to become the best. If you want to be a trader like myself, you have to understand that you can't miss Monday to Friday's trading, and you can't get slack of it either. Such as leaving your environment for the people who bring you down, join new environments that are people who are focused on the same goal you are. Because there are a lot of successful people who said that they met people on Discord, they met people on certain areas where they helped them elevate their lives, they helped them stay disciplined, and they got rich together. They got successful together. They didn't stop, you know what I mean? Because they had themselves accountable without necessarily being accountable. You understand me? Because it changes your mindset, it changes what you do, it changes how you react, it changes how you move, because you're around certain people who want that goal as well. So it keeps you secure. Anyway, guys, this is all. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you got something from this, guys, and I hope you all enjoy your day. God bless you all.